I'm Cadet Young, and my group, Cadet Edwards, Wyatt, Cadet Edwards, Dana, and Cadet Fruitus, and myself, we will be presenting on the Vietnam War, and we're all going to give our perspectives on what we thought, and here we go.
Technology is very crucial to win wars, and there was many new technologies created during the Vietnam War. For air technologies, it was the B-52 bomber. There was also the F-4 Phantom, which was a more maneuverable fighter. Another widely used aircraft was the Huey, a twin-blade helicopter, and it became one of the key troop aircraft because it was durable and was able to fly in tight spaces. For ground weapons, there was the Claymore mines, and they were used to ambush Vietnam forces and protect the U.S. rear. There was also the TOW missiles, which could destroy tanks, trucks, and enemy artillery with the push of a button. Furthermore, there was also non-military items that could be used during the war. They included railroads, which were used to carry many supplies, including arms, men, equipment, horses, and medical supplies. Many more items were carried on the railroads, but these are just few examples. There was also the EE-8 telephone, which was used, and it had a wire line that could reach a maximum distance of 7 miles. These are just some technologies used during the Vietnam War, and that helped further our advances during the war.
What contributions were made by the U.S. prior, during, or after the Vietnam War? Okay, so the U.S. made contributions by giving them money, supplies, and military officials for they gave them money so they can rebuild their buildings and stuff with the money, and they gave them supplies so they have food and stuff to eat, so they don't starve to death because everything is getting destroyed by napalm. And how did public opinion change the impact on the selected topic, which was Vietnam? This was the first war to be televised, so public opinion was different than other wars since propaganda couldn't really affect it as much. So people saw what the soldiers actually had to do, and they were like, no, that's not good. So the public opinion wasn't really positive about it.
America started drafting soldiers for the Vietnam War in 1964, and they stopped around 1973. The military drafted around 2.2 million American men to serve, but with so many people leaving, their families didn't know where to turn to for any type of hope to keep them going and just keep them alive and keep them sane. But some of the American leaders that the American people were turning to for the hope that they didn't have during the war were the political leaders, and most of them were the American soldiers themselves. So yeah, and some of these hope bringers were promising that the war wasn't going to last forever and would end soon. But little would they know that the promises would be broken very, 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 very soon. Or the contrary, it was not too soon. That was the problem. That was the issue. So after many continuous months, the families were getting very impatient and eager to see their spouses and their children. But in those months, they eventually turned into years. While they were waiting, they were lucky enough to have it televised. But to the contrary, many of the people that would turn on their TVs would haplessly turn on the news to see the bodies of their loved ones being flown back in a bag.
What impacted me the most about this topic, and what would I have done differently? I think what impacted me the most about this topic was how the war was resolved. The U.S. had a huge loss from the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union got Vietnam, and the U.S. suffered a great loss. The U.S. after the war was in economic ruin, and the military suffered great loss, and their morale was shot to the ground. The U.S. lost over 58,000 soldiers. This war was, in my opinion, one of the most interesting wars to learn about, because the U.S. was at an advantage, but got outskilled. I think what I would have done differently was maybe not let the U.S. do what they did during the war.
One of the main reasons the people really disliked it was because they saw what the soldiers had, they saw what the soldiers did, so they really not like what the soldiers did.
Hi, I'm back, and that was our presentation on the Vietnam War. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because we did. We enjoyed researching, we enjoyed filming it, we enjoyed everything about it and sharing with each other what we found out about the war. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. That was our presentation.